Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host and Pearl Dane, the one and only Master Propaganda, off here to our 1v1 on Twin Beaches in the North stands Trivolka, fighting here for the Deutsches Afrika Korps. Rolling out with the 15th Panzergrenadier Division. In the south is the one and only Charlotte, standing against them with the British Empire. He is sitting up with the 1st Armoured Division with a double sapper Vickers start here. And we got British RNC Battle Group versus a bike Panzer Pioneer start here from Trivolka. As always, a big hearty thanks to my Patreon supporters for the continued and generous support of Propagandacaster. Allow me to keep making all these videos, and a big hearty thanks to those people who keep liking and commenting on videos. Most appreciated there as well. Helps get the video out to as many people as possible. So, we're racing out here in the southwards, bike advancing there, Panzer Pioneer heading westwards, and Panzergrenadiers setting out there for Trivolka. South out there, sappers are busy, and we got the Vickers heavy machine gun team arriving here to support the front line against the Germans. But they're rushing straight for the southern fuel point. Panzergrenadier out there with a Coh3 TK bolt action rifle. Charlotte here with a second Vickers, a double sappers, a double Vickers, an interesting up there from Charlotte. The Coh3 TK was the standard bolt action rifle of the German army. Of course, occasion here and there they had to make do with older rifles or captured weapons for some of the less frontline units. Then, of course, in many cases, in particular on the eastern front, though, German troops equipped with the Coh3 TK would be quick to replace it with, say, captured submachine guns. MD-34, or Vickers setting up here, sappers moving forward as well there. We got the Panzer Pioneer moving forwards, bit of barbed wire there from Trivolka. Bit of foresight there. Sappers pushing southwards. And we got the second Vickers ready here for Charlotte, ready to meet the German forces head on. Vickers, they've been caught, repositioning just as the Panzers arrive here. A bit awkward here for Charlotte, but no. Looks like Trivolka doesn't push in fast enough to actually exploit this opening here. Bike is rushing him, but I think Trivolka here will have to withdraw. The engagement is quickly going pear-shaped. We got more Panzergrenadiers there by the looks of it on the main map arriving here. And we got Charlotte here with a third Vickers heavy machine gun team here. Definitely a bit of an unusual British opening, but Charlotte is definitely one of those players known for going her own ways in the metagame at times. And definitely also likes the non-meta stuff. So, that should be interesting in these teams. We got the Vickers moving forwards. Bike there could be caught here with the Vickers. Panzergrenadier advancing as well here. Vickers arranges the machine gun fire from the bike, taking a bit of damage here. Bike looking too quickly out maneuver here. Charlotte definitely getting a bit too bold with the Vickers, and could pay a price here, in particular if Trivolka is able to wipe it and seize it for the fatherland. I think Charlotte here realizing the error here of her ways, or is she now just trying to buy time for the units to react? It's hard to say here. Up north here, Panzergrenadiers flanking the Vickers, they're pushing it back. Almost had the bike here, close call there. And there you go. Third Vickers, they're opening up, forcing the bike to finally withdraw here to the Panzer Pioneer by the northern fuel. In the south there, Charlotte sappers are slowly advancing, and we finally got a field infirmary up here for Charlotte, but no section command post yet. Clearly not a priority for her. Mines as well here on the fuel point, bike repairing itself. Even the Panzer Pioneer could do the work. We got a third Panzergrenadier squad here for Trivolka, and we got the light support company. Sappers flanking up the southern fuel point, still advancing. Vickers here as the Panzergrenadier. I need some support. There we go. Bike's going to be on it here, flanking in there. It's also close to Vectors 1 and unlocking the tracer marking there. That could be a problem here for the Vickers. Thankfully for the Vickers, the Panzergrenadiers or the guys on the bike have to reload it. There we go. Mark target now. Panzergrenadiers there low on health, but the Vickers could be forced to withdraw before that becomes a problem. Up north here, German forces slowly advancing. Second Vickers moving to assist. And the first Vickers here is close to being wiped out here, but can Trivolka... Yes, Trivolka scores the wipe here. Painful blow to Charlotte. Definitely punishing her for extending. She's also, I think, yeah, she's actually gone for team weapon training here in the early game. Buffing all of her Vickers and getting them to Veterans 1 very rapidly. That is, again, a very interesting strategy there by Charlotte. Vickers, their pants being off for the Vickers, but could see a wipe here. Yes, machine gun wiped, and the Panzers get wiped too. Oh dear, that was a nice attempt here, but Charlotte actually popped the focused gunnery just to make sure here. But admittedly, again, I think Trivolka, could be slightly excused for that because most players never use this ability. In fact, the only other player I've known ever use this one is actually myself. So I don't blame Trivolka for not expecting this to actually happen. But it really showed the highlights, how Charlotte tends to, at times just push the limits here of things. And there you go, Vickers setting up here now, could get wiped, in which poised Trivolka Really needs to get off that Vickers because I just wasted too much manpower here. Vickers setting up, I need to deal with them. Up north here, Sappers routed by Trivolka and his Panzerpioniere. Fresh Panzergrenadiers called out here. Over to Trivolka and the 15th Panzergrenadier Division. Trying to get the Vickers. Instead, he's met with 2 more Vickers, including the one still going for the focused gunnery. Bike can't advance head on to that. That would be an absolute death sentence. We also have armored support for Trivolka. And he's going... Oh, he was briefly considering an MD-34. Instead, going for the support elements here. Looks like Charlotte will reclaim that Vickers, though there has been many lives lost over that one. Southern fuel point there being grabbed. Up north here, Bike. All that's good to go. Half H of HE2. Panzer Pioneer busy. Sappers there make a run for the Vickers machine gun. And there we go. Forced to withdraw. We got salvage kits. We got veteran gunners here for Trivolka. Panzergrenadier pushing southwards. Guess he's going to go here for the flat feeling to respond to Charlotte's Vickers heavy strategy. Meanwhile, back here, we got the second command post. We got the platoon command post. 9 tanks yet. Bike, they're rolling forwards, catching the Vickers here. But I think the Bike will have to fall back in the face of Charlotte and her Vickers heavy strategy. North point here being seized there. We got the flak feeling for Trivolka, very much as expected under current circumstances. The flak feeling definitely benefiting from the increase to its range. Definitely makes a lot of use. Plus, of course, just the improvement of pathing helps make it a lot easier to handle, both aggressively and defensively. But they, of course, going to need some repairs. In the south here, we got another Vickers force here already, veterans here too. That's going to be bad news for those Panzergrenadiers, as they're going to be caught out in the open here. Well, once they get spotted, that is. Meanwhile, Charlotte pushing for the M3 Stuart light tank. North here, Sappers for Vickers support. They're making a push northwards here. Right, good to go. Flak feeling moving forwards. Trivolka will need some kind of anti-tank weapons here that Stuart is going to give him a really rough ride. Panzer being caught here. Sappers moving forwards, only to get absolutely ripped apart here in brutal and scathing fire here from Trivolka and his flak feeling. It's for 20mm autocannons. They're absolutely making short work here of Charlotte. Sappers getting a wipe there, making up some of the losses. We got the Panzergrenadiers out, obviously anticipating a Stuart light tank here. But Charlotte, of course, responding in with a 6-pounder gun first. Vickers pushing northwards here alongside the Sappers. What the match so far? Definitely very fun here in terms of like exploring the metagame so far, particularly from Charlotte. But also I think just highlighting just the big improvement the British have gotten from both the training centre being itself free, but also just the more experience that I get from those initial training there as well there. Sappers will be caught up north of the flak feeling and the Panzerjägers inside the 250 half-track here. Sappers being utterly, well, torn apart here. Vickers being caught by the Bike and the Panzergrenadiers here. Need to withdraw the Panzer before they get wiped out here. Charlotte has certainly shown that she can do that. Meanwhile, up north here, the Sappers continue to suffer heavy damage. 6-pounder gun fires a warning shot. Totally intentional. That was a warning shot. Yes, Gerald, totally a warning shot. Stay warned, Germans. Stay warned. So Charlotte definitely finding herself in a bit of a tough spot now. We do have the M3 Stuart light tank on the way. Definitely seeing a bit of a surge in that one. As it, I think, definitely has benefited from the pathing improvements like so many other light vehicles and crucially the light tanks. But also because the DAK, is definitely going to be more upfront now with the light vehicles as well, and so having the Stuart out against them, no matter what, is typically very handy. Looks like there we go, focused gunnery again there from Charlotte. Thumbs up to that. German Panzergrenadier, Panzerpionier moving through here, the southern half of the beach town. Looking to push south for sea, but again, may want to consider artillery support. Meanwhile, up center here, Flakfin getting the 6-pounder bolts, got Stuart here. Trivolka there, definitely misjudged the situation, and I think that Flakfin is going to go down no matter what, short of divine intervention, which definitely doesn't happen. And Charlotte there scores the kill. Flak feeling is now kaput. Meanwhile, Vickers are getting flanked though from the here. Vickers crew taking heavy damage, forced to withdraw here. Definitely wasn't expecting a lot of Germans to be hiding up there. Stuart there being rapidly repaired. He also got the tank command upgrade. Very handy, that one. So what will Trivolka do? He goes for a Pak 38 himself. So that is quite interesting. Meanwhile, we got another Vickers here for Charlotte. That's quite a few Vickers machine guns out of Charlotte now. No infantry as of yet whatsoever. Sounds like the flamethrowers there, 250 after rank support. Pak-38 is ready. Being hauled to the front line there steadily. We got, so far, the Trivolka leading quite well in terms of victory points over Charlotte. Right, then he's withdraw. Veterans too, though. Pak-38 ready. Panzergrenadiers, they could fire tear gas rounds here. And there you go. Pak-38 lands a great shot, causing great structural damage here to Charlotte Stewart. And she actually researched training for that one as well here. No, she hasn't. But we do have here the supply surplus ability. And we got the Centaur prepared. No sound in the Centaurs yet, but we'll move past that. And of course, we'll see if she's going to go for the naval bombardment, which definitely received a significant buff. In terms of just being useful, MG34 there for Trivolka. I think with all these machine guns out of Charlotte, some light infantry Geschütz would be a good idea. Or of course, he could be planning for mortar half-techs, which would also be a nice counter to all these Vickers Hay machine guns. Any grenades here? The answer to that appeared to be a 9. Vickers their flank being slowly forced back here. We got the grenade launcher there on the Panzerpionier, the Granatenbüchse, which is just basically an anti-tank rifle with most of the barrel cut off and just converted into a little grenade launcher. Let's do it there, holding back for now. Nothing further here for Sean. There you go. Centaur Mark IV out. Pak-38 at the ready. Nothing further out of Trivolka here either. Stewart getting ready to push forwards here. Spotting the Panzers here by the boats. Vickers joining in there. We got more focus gunner here possible now. Not. There you go. Centaur though driving in there. Panzergrenadiers setting up underneath the Pak-38. There you go. Firing here from the center of town at the Centaur there. Causing quite a bit of damage. The Centaur is down to a third of its health total here. Great work there by Trivolka and the 15th Panzergrenadier Division. And he's actually going for the light infantry Geschütz Aktion in response here to Charlotte's, well, support weapon heavy approach here in the south. Vickers moving forwards here. In the center there, Vickers being caught by the MU-34, but the MU-34 though is caught in a worse position up north. Vickers pushing for the fuel on the hill, hits a mine. Could be open here for a quick counterattack by Trivolka. I'm actually surprised Charlotte's in like that. Feels very risky here by Charlotte. There we go. Getting marked. Could actually get wiped out here possibly. There we go. Forced to withdraw. Got a bit lucky there, I think. Southside is still bombarding the troops here by the pier. And there you go. Vickers is forced away. The fuel point has been kept out of British hands. Stewart moving forward. Centaur is being fixed up here. Panzergrenadiers then engaging the Stewart light tank. Pak-38 repositioning just a bit. And light infantry Geschütz Aktion is ready. Meanwhile, we got a second 6-pounder gunner for Charlotte. Clearly expecting something to happen. We got mines here. Trivolka obviously starting to get a bit concerned about the southern flank here. Meanwhile, on the south, second Vickers they're pushing for the southern fuel point. Light infantry gun could bombard that. He could also just pop some troops inside there, rush it down. We'll of course have to see what Trivolka does. Panzergrenadiers poking the nose out again here. Spotting the Centaur there. We got Stewart and the Centaur fighting back here. Crates being shattered. Panzergrenadiers somehow survived there, except for Otto there. And now we got a big push here. Vickers being forced back. Trivolka is in the offensive, having sensed this break here in Charlotte's lines. He is rapidly moving forwards. Panzer squad here being heavily hammered. Need to withdraw them before they get wiped. Troops need to keep up bunching up. Pak-38, they're joining in support here. Pushing back the Centaur as the German infantry is ripping through Charlotte's infantry support and support weapons. Centaur push back another sap section away. The troops, the two bunched up, have become easy targets. Fuel point secured here by the Vickers. We got the Stewart there, rapidly withdrawing again. Up north here, could we see another push here by Charlotte, perhaps? Meanwhile, as for Trivolka, we do get the Panzer Armee Command, or Commando. Panzergrenadiers, Panzerpionier southwards. Pak-30 repositioning once more. And we can see here, though, Charlotte also falling a bit back here. May want to start dispatching more forces northwards. Definitely feeling like she is saving up here for the naval bombardment. She wants to use it against Trivolka. Would appear. And Trivolka, of course, is probably just trying to figure out how to break through this web of machine guns. But there you go. Stewart there, caught here by the anti-tank rifles. Pak-38 setting up as well here. There you go. Great shot on the Stewart light tank. Almost knocking out any Up north, we get another push forwards here. Backman forwards could get snapped in with the 6-pounder gun. Oh, doesn't get hit. Very lucky there for Trivolka. Artillery firing in the south. Because they're being caught by the MD-34 here in a nice firing position. Artillery fire further compounding the situation for Charlotte's Vickers there, forcing it to fall back. 6-pounder gun pursuing that back, and they're going to fire from the Vickers as well. Panzergrenadiers launching an assault forwards here. Focused gunnery though. That's great there. Got Charlotte pushed off the southern field point there. We got more focused gunnery here. Very consistent use of that ability, by the way. Thumbs up. Vickers falling back, 6-pounder gun setting up, and we are over to Trivolka once more.
The enemy has dropped to 300 points.
Got Panzerstorm here. No Panzer 3 as yet, but he is pretty close. He could, of course, surprise us by going for armored reserves and just try and push straight for something like a Tiger tank or a Panzer 4 or the double Stu Colin.
Withholding reinforcements until commanded.
And we got here the Panzer 3 on the way there for Trivolka and the 15th Panzergrenadiers. Charlotte, meanwhile, there looking to attack from another angle here, which he's definitely not expecting here through the southern beaches. Takes a long route around. Thumbs up to that. Going to swing up behind Trivolka here. And certainly this is quite a weak spot he's got there. So I think that is a very good read tactically by Charlotte. And now pushing up here as well here. Still providing support for the infantry as the center here hooks up behind. Thumbs up to Charlotte. I'd say that is a fairly well-stopped assault here. And Trivolka there definitely himself a bit blind on the beaches, allowing this to happen. We also got sappers with minesweepers. Also very good here. And the Panzerjägers get white great killer. Meanwhile, we got the artillery strike called in, I think, for Charlotte. Oh dear. Yep. Naval bombardment takes out the 250 half-track and the Pak 38 crew. A devastating barrage. Second volley there. Meanwhile, anti-tank grenades are plenty there on the centers, causing heavy damage. Trivolka is taking a beating and then some. Pak is destroyed. Light infantry gun is not looking great either. We do have the Panther 3 here. The only real opportunity right now, Trivolka has to turn the tide around against Charlotte. Takes out the centaur with it. Vengeance 1 immediately gained right there for Trivolka. Of course, less great is just the massive amount of damage unleashed by the naval bombardment, which I imagine he was clearly not anticipating. Need to push forwards here, and he is there. He's almost got the 6-pounder gun. Get rid of that. That would certainly help out Trivolka a fair bit. Didn't get it. 6-pounder gun in the Panther 3 here. Need to pull it out. Another shot here. Could lose the Panther 3 if he's not careful. And that could very well be game over on the spot. He gets the Vickers, though. He does get the Vickers. Yeah. Naval bombardment definitely got improved after that one. Moving forwards here. Panzergrenadiers catching it here. Meanwhile, Charlotte has very wisely withdrawn her anti-tank against their readers, and they could be run down with the Germans and seized, at which point Charlotte would be in a really bad spot here as the Panzer 3. Never mind any addition ones here. Panzer 3 engaging. Trying to grab the machine gun there. Slight issue with that. There we go. Good shot on the light tank here by the Panzerkampfwagen 3 Ausführung L. Up north, though, Charlotte is taking advantage of all the carnage caused here by the road to advance swiftly up north. Assault Grenadiers called out. Definitely need some more infantry. Of course, another option, I suppose, could have been going for armored reserves and then calling in the Panzer 4 with some Assault Grenadiers as well. Bit more expensive, but certainly a bit more punch. Meanwhile, we got the anti-tank loader here ready. No further tech for Charlotte as of yet. Got the southern fuel point there secured. Can, of course, salvage the center here for fuel. That wouldn't be a bad idea. North here, 250 after going for that Vickers. Closing in, and Charlotte, of course, seeing where the wind is blowing on that point, is just rapidly pulling back her Vickers before it becomes a German MG. Team, and there you go. Might still happen here. Charlotte definitely a bit extending in. The assault guns, the 250 half-tech are doing a lot of damage here. No, it looks like he does not pursue further, allowing the Vickers to get away there. Also wants that line to go back, I'd imagine. Panzerkampfwagen 3 there being repaired. Certainly tough going here for the 15th Panzergrenadiers. And we got foot guards out, so Charlotte has taken up here. There we go, and is going as well here for the Crusader 2. Still moving forwards. What will Trivolka, though, do next? Will it be another Panzer 3? Will it be the armored reserves? Like 10 Panzergrenadiers 18, at least good to go. Panzer 3 setting out as well there. The Panzerkampfwagen 3 Ausführung L. Also plenty of munitions here. Meanwhile, anti-tanks following up here. A hardpoint out north though. Charlotte and the 1st Armoured Division launches an assault here for the fuel. Able to push the Germans off it. Meanwhile, the Panzer 3 moving in here. And with the anti-tank guns not quite there, it may take a bit of a while to respond here. Could give the Panzer 3 enough time to push back Charlotte fully. Meanwhile, the Crusader has arrived. No upgrade yet. 6-pounder guns there. Getting ready, but... Oh, the Panzers could get wiped out by Charlotte's Vickers. And she has popped focus gunner as well here. Light Panzergrenadiers I'd seen counter battery fire here on the Vickers. Meanwhile, two pushing for the half-track, knocking it out. Beach, meanwhile, has been completely forgotten by both sides. Crusader pushing 40 back at the 6-pounder guns. Vickers forced away. Their machines about to get wiped out. We do get a half to lightning here on the Crusader, and we get the Loiter. There we go. Stukas there, utterly ruining the Crusader tank there, leaving nothing but burning, twisted metal. As the Panzerwing 40 assaulting the anti-tankers here. Charlotte caught at a bad spot here, and Trivolka is going all in here. Could actually pick the LMG commander, start calling some in there. Some infantry was still, more infantry would be good for Charlotte here. Though she could also just go for more foot guards. Of course, have to see what she goes for. Instead, she goes for more Crusaders. North here, Panzer 3 being repaired. Stewart hiding all the way in the corner. Nothing further here except another Panzer 3 for Trivolka and the 15th Panzergrenadier Division. Got here, the Vickers being caught by the MG-34. Got veteran field. Need to get the MG-34 out of there though. And we gun artillery strike here from the LG-18 on the Vickers here. Panzergrenadier Vickers and the German Vickers, they're counter-attacking the sappers as they move up here. And we got the foot guards and the sappers moving up to the heights here, looking to outfight the Germans that way. Very good. And we got the naval bombardment. He needs to retreat now. Looks so. Oh dear, that Vickers is gone, I think. Oh, I caught the assault grenadiers as well there. Gotta retreat as soon as you see that one. Like, when you see red flares now, it means run. You don't deliberate, you don't ask questions, you just run. Good God. So I remember reading about a German pair of tiger platoon, I think, being hit by British naval bombardment. In some cases, some of them were knocked over in the air and on top, twisted about there on top there, so they're bottoms up. Turned over, there we go, that's what I was looking for, turned over. Matilda to out here for Charlotte. Panzer's counter-tank onto the hill here. Panther 3 is moving in. And the Vickers there, preventing the Panzer finishing off here, artillery firing down. Panther 3 knocked out here. Brutal stuff, Vickers dealing here. That's actually the MG-34 dealing with the sappers. Panther 3 taking our side here. Matilda being pushed back. Charlotte, though, still on victory points, but at this point it feels like Trivolka increasingly really only has got the victory points going for him. Matilda advancing here still against the Germans. What will Trivolka do next, I wonder? Light Panzergrenadiers there being hammered by the Matilda 2. We got the Commando LMGs and we got the anti-tank rocket launcher there. Go calling in here on his Panther 3. Forcing Trivolka to withdraw into the base here. Another Pack 38 here. Of course, all these munitions being expended now does mean Charlotte won't be calling in any more naval bombardments in the near future. That's at least a small relief there for Trivolka. Need to withdraw the machine gun there for the Matilda. Pops it. So right now Charlotte is controlling most of the map here. Trivolka is definitely looking a bit worse for wear. Still no sign of the armoured reserves for Trivolka. From what I can tell, we got saps that ground. The point Stewart withdrawing rapidly. Close to the east on that Stewart light tank here. It's been doing pretty well there for Charlotte.
Matilda infantry support available for all.
Got another Matilda tank guard here. Charlotte just further compounding here Trivolka's current set of woes. Ooh, we actually got troops riding on the Panther 3. 2 thumbs up. Though I do think Trivolka needs to consider another axis of attack rather than straight down the middle of the road here. I feel like that is currently where Charlotte has most of her guns pointing, so attacking right where all the guns are pointing is definitely not what I'd recommend personally. Meanwhile, over here to Trivolka.
Enemy is down to 200 points.
You think he should consider armed service here, but that's just me. Taking out with all the Matildas like a pair of Stu G's or Panzer 4, I think. Okay, there we go. Armoured reserves on the way here for Trivolka. Plus, I mean, with veteran gunners, the Stugs, I think, should be quite nasty. All the Panzer 4 for that matter. Pack filling up here. Shot bounces off the Matilda's armour. Panzer 3 setting up here as well. More bouncing here. Also Stuart shot bounces. Pack 38 bounces again here. And in the southeast, 2nd Matilda exploiting the complete lack of any German defensive lines to, well, waddle through the lines. It's not exactly going to rapidly advance with the Matilda 2, that's for sure. Flanking up behind here, Trivolka's front line, exploiting again the complete lack of anything there. Hitting the line for gun again there. Panzer 3 almost knocked out. Not looking good here for Trivolka. And there you go, Trivolka is calling in the Luftwaffe here to try and buy some time here. Pack 38 wiped out. Well, lacking line of sight, though, the Luftwaffe can't engage anything, and that's one thing you have to keep in mind. You actually need to be able to see the target. So, Trivolka, I think, in a fit of desperation, just called it in there, hoping to drive off Charlotte, even anticipating that maybe it just ends up being a waste of munitions, which is, I mean, bold, but I think also highlights Trivolka again is definitely feeling pressured here by Charlotte, if he's willing to just expend like 180 munitions just for that purpose. Hands free, they're falling back. Matilda's hanging up here. We got command tanks. We got the flank patrol. I'm actually surprised it doesn't go for the battlefield salvage, but oh well. Light Panzergrenadiers opening up there, fixing up the Panzer 3. So we'll have to see what it goes for. But at this point, it does feel like Trivolka's more like just going for the Tiger tank. And there you go, Luftwaffe finally withdrawing here. Charlotte advancing on this final 3rd victory point here. Which allows in short that Trivolka's leader, Charlotte, has been retained fairly well here. Pack 38 opening up here through the Matilda 2. Gets a shot through. 2nd shot also goes through there. Fairly fortunate there for Trivolka. Panzer 3 joining in the fight once more. Samson advancing on the calf point here. Vic is there, taking some nasty damage from the light Panzergrenadiers, I'd seen, but not quite enough. Panzergrenadiers, Panzer Puny advancing. Matildas and Stuart falling back.
A munitions point is being taken from us.
Medium Panzer is ready.
Bit of quiet here as Trivolka moves in to secure the beach points here from Charlotte.
Weapon team fully reinforced.
Fuel-wise, he definitely has the resource with the Tiger. At this point, it's just a matter of the manpower. At which point, he's roughly 2 minutes away there from it. We actually got the bazooka and the Panzergrenadiers, which does help here versus the Matilda a bit, at least. Which, of course, also means the foot guards have expired. We got a 3rd Matilda here from Charlotte. Meanwhile, Trivolka is just buying time here for that Tiger to arrive. He definitely has time with the victory point he does have. Of course, only so much until Charlotte just pushes in with all 3 Matildas. And there we go, Charlotte leads the charge here. Stuart racing in here. It's pointing the way ahead for the Matildas. They just push through here. 6 pounder guns pulling up as well here. And we got artillery support called in on the Pack 38. You know, it's air support actually. Panzer 3 down, a devastating blow here to Trivolka. He does get one in the Matilda 2s here though, leaving Charlotte there without her tank. Stuart here could get knocked out. Bazooka fire there, ripping through the crew there. The tank. They need to retreat now before they go up. We get another anti-tank grenade here on the Matilda there. Stuart light tank is ace level. That still has been like doing amazing work here for Charlotte, to be honest. Trivolka, though, getting ever closer to the Tiger tank there. But he's pretty much just has like avoid reinforcing troops until then. Fire ring down here on the center. Bullpen setting out. Troops being committed to the fight just to buy time for the Tiger tank. Of course, if Trivolka doesn't have any troops left, it's not going to matter too much if he has a Tiger tank. It's a bit of a deadly dance here for Trivolka versus Charlotte.
Territory isolated. Our resources are stranded.
Got Matilda 2 pushing forwards. He is less than a minute away from the Tiger tank. We're talking seconds right now for Trivolka. Mere seconds. And there we go. Plus, of course, Charlotte has just expended her rocket loiter. So she's going to have to somehow, like, you know, hit it with a naval bombardment to have, like, any chance with the Tiger tank. Which is going to be quite the challenge. Not impossible, obviously, but, you know... Try catching a tank with a naval artillery bombardment. Tiger tank gave Matilda their first shot. Only grazed it. Grant's on the way there for Charlotte. There you go. Shot went through. We got smoke deployed here. Tiger tank pursuing infantry rushing in there. Meanwhile, we got the light support coming in wrecked here by Charlotte. Tiger tank pushing in here. Smoke causing a mess. Here's the Tiger tank rolls through here. 6-pounder gun sending up here to bombard it. We got the Steward racing in here. What is Charlotte planning? There you go. She's racing up behind it. And she's going here for the threat shot. And she's combining it with the naval bombardment, anticipating where Trivolka's going to move the Tiger tank. Oh, dear. Almost got the Tiger tank, but then the Steward finishes it off here. With a very lucky shot. Well, that was explosive. And there you go, GG, game over, ladies and gentlemen. Certainly displaying the new power of the naval bombardment after they buffed it. Definitely, again, you see red smoke, you run. You don't, again, stick around there. That said, I do feel like Trivolka definitely made some mistakes as well here. It's also just like the naval bombardment was great, but he also, I think, focused too much here. He didn't exploit the beaches or the north side of the map, I think, enough here. And I do think like you should have pushed for like more artillery fast, like lightning guns, or maybe like mortar half-check. I think could have done a fair bit here for Trivolka versus Charlotte. So, all the way, the interesting match here, definitely a bit of an unusual strategy by Charlotte with all the Vickers and all that, but certainly worked out well in her hands. And of course, the Stewart there proved, I think, to be a crucial unit. I think it's definitely been overlooked, but I think more people might come sort of around to it because I do think this dude is actually like a really solid light tank at the moment, and definitely not something you want to be sleeping on. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment, tell your friends, tell your family, but not your enemies. And you can always support the podcast by donating our pledge on Patreon. Links in the description. This is Imperial Leasing. Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye.